Candace Owens is not the black community's enemy. It was this video right here that prompted me to actually express my opinion about this. Anyone who's been following me for a long time, you know how I feel about Candace Owens. For the past, 3 or 4 years, I've been encouraging people to watch Candace Owens' YouTube channel.
There are times where she is hitting on some cylinders. She is speaking facts. However, what I feel like is that just because she just got fired from the Daily Wire, aka the white man's media, she's now doing what we call the black media tour.
Upon watching this woman, I realized something. I realized that all of the negative thoughts that I had about her, all of the ignorance that I had in regards to this woman, listening to what other people think about her, had me looking at this woman wrong. Candace Owens is not on a black media tour.
I identify as a lesbian, black, female, and some people might call me a little bit masculine. With your philosophy, tell me, what does my life look like through your eyes?
I don't have any foregone conclusions about you because I don't know you. And I think that's really important. A lot of people will try to pigeonhole you because of your identity. They will say, okay, well, you just said that you were lesbian and that you were black, and that's what I was talking about. So that means that you must support transgenderism because we added the letter onto the flag. That's wrong. I don't know you. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to hear about your ideas. People can become friends on the basis of who they actually are as individuals and not what society is demanding of you based on your sexual preference. You showed up to hear me. I'm sure you didn't agree with everything, but I changed your mind on other things, and I think that that's absolutely heroic in today's society.
She has said some unbelievable things that could come off as insensitive, right? And a lot of people think that she's only been that way towards black people, but that's not like what she's been doing. Like, she gives people of all races that same energy. Like, I've heard her say something disrespectful about the Kardashians plenty of times, about Taylor Swift plenty of times. I mean, she really gives that negative energy to whoever she feels like giving that negative energy to. So she hasn't just been giving it to the black community, and I think a lot of people inside of the black community felt like she only feels that way about black people. I do agree with what she says in reference to hood people and turbo thought culture. I think the society that we live in kind of depicts us as this one monolith stone, to where we all are hood, or we're all, black women are turbo thoughts and black men are thugs. And I think she's getting tired of people believing that.
It wasn't Kanye West that put the White Lives Matter t-shirt on first. You did. You did, by intentionally ignoring what Black Lives Matter would actually mean if it was applied. It would mean taking a look at the real problem that is happening, which is our culture. A celebration of perversity pitched to us as if it's diversity. It's not. It is not diversity that we are celebrating. It is perversity. You think that it's something to be proud of. It's not. So when you say something like, oh, Candace Owens, we don't want you in our culture, if you don't understand black culture, I have to keep reminding you that I don't want to be a part of this culture. I want to go backward. Your idea of progressivism is clearly regressive.
People are under the impression that she's going on to these urban podcasts because she needs the support of black people, because she knew she was going to be fired. But the truth is, it was her going on to a black podcast that put her in a position to be fired to begin with, okay? She was already doing urban podcasts and speaking what she's speaking before the Breakfast Club. She was on the Fresh and Fit podcast and said something that was anti-Semitic right before she got fired. And when she said this, Ben Shapiro felt some type of way. I believe that the biggest mistake she made was going on to the Breakfast Club saying that Ben Shapiro wasn't in a position to get her fired. And with her saying that kind of cockiness, that arrogance, is what made the CEO of the Daily Wire just decide, you know what, I'm sick of Candace's anti-Semitic statements. Candace Owens is right about a lot of things. She was right about the Black Lives Matter movement being a scam. She doesn't want black people scamming other black people. And I think a lot of people just believe that Candace Owens is not on our side when she is. I think the delivery is kind of like murky. I think a lot of people just listen to each other and each other's perspectives of someone and try to base our opinion about that person from what we heard about that person, instead of actually just taking the time. Now, those of us who have taken the time, those of us who have acknowledged, the things that she said, watched her content a lot, and those of you who feel like you still feel negatively about her, you understand what's going on, you still feel the same way, I get it. But for me, it's just like, I don't think she is exactly what people think she is. I think they misunderstand Candace Owens a lot, honestly.